Neil's Vacuum and Sewing Center. We're with you every stitch of the way.
Hi, it's Carol back again with your next Fun Fact Friday. Today I wanted to show you a quick, simple, and cute idea for a baby blanket or a table runner. Here's a table runner or not a table runner, I should say a tablecloth that you could use on your table and make it seasonal. This one happens to be Halloween, a little out of date, but you get the picture. And then the baby blanket is made the same, only out of flannel. So let me show you how to do this. To make this mitered cornered baby blanket or tablecloth, what you will need is 40 inches of your back fabric that's going to be your border as well, and 30 inches of your focus fabric on the center. So what we're going to do first is we have to mark the center of all four sides of each fabric. And what I like to do is fold it in half, and you usually have your fold here, so that's already done, and put a little pin in the middle there. Then you simply fold it the other direction and mark those four sides. Now, what I like to do as well is to mark them with an erasable gel pen so that I don't have to have the pins in and a chance of them falling out. So let me show you how I do that. One of the first things I like to do is flip my fabric over so it's on the back side, the wrong side, so I can see the marks. And I'm going to take a gel pen here that erases with an iron or water and just simply draw a line over that pin so that I can see that when I am going to be sewing my blanket together. The other thing I like to do and use is one of my favorite tools. It's a seam guide, and it has all the different markings, 1/4 inch, 3/8, half, etc. on it, so it's very easy to mark the 1/4 inch that I'm going to need on each corner, because you sew from the middle on each side to the corner and back to the middle to the other side to the corner, 1/4 of an inch. So I have my gel pen here again and my seam guide, and I'm going to show you how I use it. I just line that up with the edge of my fabric and simply draw a line that direction. Then I turn it so that it's going to go the other direction, and I can make a box so that I can perfectly see when I go to sew that I need to stop at those 1/4 inch marks. Now that we have all four of our centers on both fabrics marked and our corners marked, all four corners on the centerpiece, I'll show you how we pin it together. You simply are going to pick it up and pin your centers together first, and then we're going to work out towards the corner, pinning them with your edges even, of course. And we're going to be stitching this with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I'm just going to pin and put it right here at my 1/4 inch mark. And then you would do the same to the other side of the center. And you're going to do this on all four sides. So there we've got one side pinned, and then I'm going to show you how to pin this side so you see how funky that corner looks. And now we'll pin this side. You'll pick up your fabric, match your centers first, and put a pin in there. And then you're going to go out to the corner as we did on the other side. And when you get done, you're going to have something that I can call rabbit ears, or it's just a funky looking little corner that I'm going to show you how simple it is to make a miter out of that in just a little bit. And you'll see that you have this little thing, and you're going to have that on all four corners. Okay, now you can see what I meant by the funky little ears sticking out here. Actually, they come to the 1/4 inch corner here, and I'm going to show you how we miter those. One thing I forgot to mention, and it's very important when you're sewing these, make a mark on your blanket somewhere about 4 inches that you do not sew, so you can turn it when we get done. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we make that mitered corner. What you're going to do first is to match up your seams that you've sewn and shake it out just a little so that it lays real flat like this. Then take your ruler, and you're going to lay the edge on the fold of your ruler and match up where your 1/4 inch actually stopped. Then we're simply going to take and make a mark that will become our stitching line straight down. Now, the next thing would be to pin that and take it to your machine and stitch across that mark. Okay, now we have sewn across this corner, and I had already sewn across this corner, and you can see where I have trimmed this one off. And simply to do that is just take a smaller ruler or your big one, doesn't really matter, and I lay the 1/4 inch mark on my ruler right on that mark and take my rotary cutter and just snip that off. So now we're ready to turn it inside out. Find your opening and go to one of your corners and just simply bring it through that opening. And then we'll find another corner and bring it through the opening and start to pull them out like this. Once you have all 4 corners pulled through your blanket, they will look like this, and you can see how that looks very nice. It's mitered right to the point. So let me show you a finished one and the last step. So once you have all your corners out and you take it out and you lay it flat, press it with your hands, and you can see here where this miter corner is perfect here where we sewed to the 1/4 inch. Then take it to the ironing board and press it, and where your opening is at, just press that edges under. You don't have to even hand stitch on this project because we're going to take to the machine and do a fancy stitch. One of our stitches we don't use very often on our machine, like a serpentine or a special zigzag, and simply go all the way around with that catching both sides. And then you're done. So thanks for joining us today on our Fun Fact Friday. And until next time, happy sewing.
Wheels, vacuum and sewing center. We're with you every stitch of